Welcome to Rare Coin Master, where every coin tells a story and every story could be worth a fortune. Let's uncover the rare, the valuable, and the extraordinary, one coin at a time. Have you ever wondered how a tiny piece of metal could become worth more than a luxury car, a dream vacation, or even a year's salary for some people? Coins often hide incredible stories, and sometimes the most ordinary-looking ones hold the greatest surprises. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating story of the 1996 United States of America 2 pence coin, a coin that, at first glance, seems unremarkable but has transformed into a rare treasure valued at an astonishing $47,000. When people hear about a 2 pence coin being connected to the United States, their first reaction is usually confusion. After all, 2 pence is a denomination we traditionally associate with the United Kingdom. So how did it find its way into American history, and why does the 1996 version of this coin hold such immense value? That's where the magic of coin collecting and the mysteries of minting history come into play. The 1990s were an interesting period for coinage. Technology was advancing, minting processes were becoming more precise, and the U.S. Mint was proud of its improvements in quality control. Yet, no matter how advanced a system becomes, perfection is rarely achieved. Mistakes slip through the cracks, and in the world of coins, these mistakes become treasures. The 1996 2 pence coin is one of those fascinating cases where rarity and mystery combine to create something extraordinary. At first glance, the coin looks simple. It carries the familiar 2 pence design, featuring symbolic elements that represent tradition and value. But what sets the 1996 issue apart are the details that collectors cherish: slight variations, unusual compositions, and minting quirks that make it stand out. These are the little things that separate an ordinary coin from a priceless collectible. To the untrained eye, it might just look like another coin, but to a collector, it's a masterpiece. Think about the journey of coins. They're created in massive numbers, sent into circulation, and handled by countless people. They're spent, saved, and forgotten. Only a handful ever escape that cycle to become collector's items. For the 1996 2 pence, its survival in pristine condition, coupled with its rarity, transformed it into a coin that collectors chase with unshakable passion. Every scratch-free surface, every sharp detail, and every preserved feature adds to its desirability. Now, let's step into the shoes of a collector for a moment. Imagine flipping through a stack of coins, expecting nothing more than pocket change, when suddenly your eyes catch something different. Maybe it's the color, maybe the weight, or maybe an unusual engraving. That's the thrill of discovery. The realization that you might be holding a small fortune in your hand is exhilarating, and that's exactly the kind of story behind the 1996 2 pence. Numismatics, the study and collection of coins, is built on this very thrill. For collectors, coins are more than currency. They are pieces of art, miniature records of history, and symbols of human achievement. Each rare coin has a story to tell, and the 1996 2 pence tells a story of survival, rarity, and unexpected value. While millions of coins were produced in the 1990s, very few like this one slipped through, making it a true gem. The market for rare coins is intense. Collectors from around the world compete fiercely for pieces like the 1996 2 pence. Auctions become arenas where passion and wealth collide, and prices soar as determined bidders refuse to let go of the chance to own something so rare. In some cases, collectors don't even see it as just a purchase, it's an investment, a chance to hold in their hands something that will only increase in value with time. What makes the 1996 2 pence even more special is its connection to history. It reminds us that even in an era of precision and technology, human and mechanical errors can produce something unforgettable. Each of these rare coins is like a frozen moment in time, a reminder of the minting process, the era in which it was created, and the story it carries forward. When you hold such a coin, you're not just holding metal, you're holding a piece of history that has outlasted trends, fashions, and generations. Collectors often say that coins speak, if only you listen. They whisper tales of kings and presidents, wars and peace, revolutions and progress. The 1996 Two Pence speaks of rarity, of an accident that turned into perfection, and of a collector's dream realized. It's more than its face value, more than its weight, it's a legend in the world of numismatics, and here's where the emotional side of collecting comes in. For many, owning a coin like the 1996 Two Pence isn't about its market value, though that's certainly impressive. It's about the pride of holding something so unique, the joy of being part of its story, and the satisfaction of knowing you're preserving history for future generations. Families often pass down rare coins as heirlooms, and the stories tied to them live on, making them priceless in more ways than money can measure. As time passes, the scarcity of such coins only grows. Coins are lost, damaged, or forgotten, but the few that survive in exceptional condition become even more valuable. That's why experts predict that coins like the 1996 Two Pence will continue to rise in value as the years go by. For those who own one, it's not just a collectible, it's a growing investment and a legacy. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. How many times have we all glanced at loose change and thought nothing of it? How often have we underestimated the power of coins because they seem too ordinary? Yet stories like the 1996 Two Pence remind us that sometimes the most extraordinary treasures are hiding in plain sight. All it takes is one discovery to change everything. The next time you come across a coin that looks slightly unusual, don't dismiss it. Look closer. Check its year, its design, its condition. Because history has shown us time and again that treasures don't always sparkle like gold or glitter like diamonds. Sometimes, they look like a small copper coin that anyone could overlook, until someone realizes its true value, and that brings us to the most exciting part of this journey. After exploring the history, the design, the rarity, and the collector's passion, what exactly is the 1996 United States of America 2 pence coin worth today? Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because this unassuming little coin is valued at an incredible $47,000. Yes, a coin that once held almost no significance in daily exchange has become a treasure worth more than many people's annual income. It's stories like this that make coin collecting so magical. They remind us that history is alive in the smallest things, that value can come from unexpected places, and that the pursuit of rarity is one of humanity's greatest passions. The 1996 Two Pence is not just a coin, it's a treasure chest in miniature, a story of survival, and a symbol of how something ordinary can become extraordinary. So the next time you hear the jingle of coins in your pocket, remember the 1996 Two Pence. Remember that hidden treasures still exist, waiting to be found. And who knows? Maybe the next rare coin is already in your hands. Imagine holding a tiny piece of metal in your hand, no bigger than your fingertip, yet carrying within it a story of history, artistry, and unimaginable value. This is the fascinating tale of the United Kingdom Liberty 1-cent coin from 2006, a coin that seems ordinary at first glance, but as we peel back its layers, we uncover a treasure that has captured the hearts of collectors all around the world. Coins are not just currency, they are silent storytellers, whispering secrets of the past, and this coin is no exception. The year 2006 was a remarkable time in the United Kingdom's coinage history, as the minting of coins during this period reflected a bridge between tradition and modernization. Among these coins, the Liberty 1-cent stood out. Though small, its design carried a profound meaning, echoing themes of freedom, resilience, and national pride. It was a coin that drew upon the essence of British craftsmanship while borrowing stylistic influences that gave it a universal appeal. Collectors often say that coins are miniature works of art, and when we look at the Liberty 1-cent of 2006, it's impossible not to agree. On the obverse, the coin proudly features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a symbol of continuity and strength, captured in a dignified pose. Her presence on this coin is a reminder of the monarchy's enduring legacy and the unity it represents for the United Kingdom. This portrait is not just any image, it is a finely detailed engraving that highlights the skill of the Royal Mint's artists, who carefully crafted every line to reflect realism and respect. It is a face recognized across the globe, and it gave this small coin a global recognition. Turn the coin to its reverse side, and you are greeted with something just as powerful. The Liberty design is striking, embodying a spirit that transcends borders. It represents not only the concept of freedom but also a connection between the United Kingdom and broader ideals that humanity holds dear. The artistry on the reverse is sharp, precise, and elegant, blending symbolism with aesthetics to create an impression that has fascinated both new and seasoned collectors. When it comes to minting details, the 2006 Liberty 1 cent was produced with precision and care at the Royal Mint. Though millions of coins were struck in various denominations that year, the Liberty 1 cent occupies a unique space. Certain editions were produced in smaller numbers, and special variations with distinctive qualities became sought-after treasures. For collectors, rarity is everything, and the scarcity of high-grade specimens from 2006 has elevated this coin's status. Condition is key, and coins that have survived in pristine mint state are nearly impossible to find, which only adds to their value. What makes this coin truly special is not just its beauty or its history, but the way it has captured imaginations. Collectors from across the world have chased after this coin, bidding passionately at auctions, sometimes pushing prices beyond expectations. The Liberty 1 cent has become more than a coin, it has become a symbol of aspiration for numismatists everywhere. Each collector dreams of discovering one in flawless condition, tucked away in an old collection or hidden in a forgotten drawer. The thrill of the hunt adds an element of mystery and excitement that money alone cannot buy. Stories often circulate within the coin collecting community about individuals who stumbled upon this coin without realizing its true worth. Imagine someone finding it in loose change or passed down through family, only to later discover that what they thought was just a simple coin could actually change their life forever. These tales inspire collectors and dreamers alike, making the Liberty 1 cent of 2006 a legend in its own right. Over the years, experts have studied the 2006 Liberty 1 cent extensively. They've noted its fine detailing, its unusual presence among United Kingdom coinage, and its appeal that crosses borders. While some coins remain local in their popularity, this coin has drawn international attention, placing it in a category that only a handful of coins ever reach. The balance of artistry, symbolism, and scarcity has ensured its place as a cornerstone in numismatic circles, but what truly leaves people stunned is its market value today. While ordinary coins from the same year may only be worth their face value, the Liberty 1 cent of 2006 in exceptional condition has broken barriers in terms of worth. At private sales and auctions, its price has been whispered about in astonishment. Collectors with deep pockets have been known to pay unimaginable amounts just to secure one of these elusive pieces. So, how much is this coin really worth? After exploring its story, its artistry, and its rarity, we arrive at the answer that leaves jaws dropping. The United Kingdom Liberty 1 cent coin from 2006 has been valued today at an astonishing $20 million. Yes, you heard that right, $20 million for a coin so small, yet so priceless. Its worth lies not only in its metal but in its history, its beauty, and the dreams it represents. Next time you look at a coin, remember that sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the greatest secrets. Who knows, perhaps one day you'll stumble across a Liberty 1 cent of 2006 and find yourself holding not just a coin, but a fortune in your hand. Imagine holding a small piece of history in your hand, something so ordinary yet so powerful that it carries the weight of an entire era. A coin may look like just metal to most people, but for collectors, historians, and treasure seekers, every coin tells a story of nations, people, and time. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of the 1974 United Kingdom Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that has captured the imagination of numismatists around the globe. This coin is more than just a currency, it's a symbol of art, culture, and the mystery that comes with rarity. And by the end of this story, you will discover why this coin has become one of the most desirable pieces in numismatic history, with an astounding value of up to $1.5 million in the collector's market. Picture the year 1974. The world was shifting through political changes, economic turbulence, and cultural revolutions. Coins minted during this period were not just monetary tools, but reflections of a society's values and its struggles. The Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1974 stands as one such creation, linking the ideals of liberty, freedom, and heritage to a small but mighty artifact. When you first look at this coin, it might seem like just another quarter, but upon closer inspection, you'll notice the intricate details that set it apart. The obverse side, with the Liberty motif, isn't just a design. It represents the very essence of independence and symbolizes the timeless spirit of freedom. Each curve, each inscription, was deliberately crafted to stand the test of time. Now imagine the coin traveling through history. From the hands of a worker in the 1970s buying a loaf of bread, to the hands of a collector decades later recognizing its rarity and worth, this journey is what makes coins fascinating. The 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar carries this magic. Unlike common circulation coins, many of these pieces were struck in limited numbers, creating scarcity that fuels today's incredible demand. And scarcity, as every collector knows, is the key to astronomical value. But what makes this coin so unique? First, the minting process of the era. In 1974, technology was not as refined as today, which means that mint errors were more common. Some of these coins display slight anomalies in strikes, off-center images, or unusual markings. To a casual spender in 1974, these imperfections may have gone unnoticed, but to today's collector, they are golden treasures. A simple minting flaw can transform a standard quarter into a masterpiece worth a fortune. The Liberty Quarter Dollar is a prime example of how history, error, and rarity combine to create immense value. Collectors often describe coins like this as frozen moments in time. Every dent, every scratch, tells the story of where it has been. Some 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollars remained untouched, preserved in mint condition, while others passed through countless hands, exchanged in markets, shops, and banks. Those pristine, uncirculated examples are now considered jewels in collections, selling for staggering sums at auctions. And even circulated ones, depending on their condition, command attention from enthusiasts all over the world. The appeal of the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar isn't just about its rarity, it's about its symbolism. Liberty has always been an ideal cherished by nations and individuals. This coin became a small but powerful reminder of the fight for independence, democracy, and equal rights. People are not just buying metal when they pay millions for this coin, they are buying into a story, a legacy that transcends time. And stories, as we know, are priceless. Let's take a moment to talk about the artistry of the coin. The designs of the 1970s had a distinctive character, blending traditional elements with modern touches. The Liberty Quarter Dollar stands out with its detailed imagery, sharp engravings, and a balance that makes it visually stunning. When light hits its surface, the reflections highlight the beauty of craftsmanship from an era when every detail mattered. To hold such a coin is to appreciate the artistry of minting as much as its monetary value. As the years passed, collectors began to realize the importance of this coin. Auction houses started listing them, and bids went higher than expected. The coin's reputation grew, and so did its mystique. Rumors of rare variants spread, and stories circulated of individuals who found one hidden in old collections, suddenly turning into millionaires overnight. Imagine stumbling upon a 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar in your attic or in a forgotten coin jar. The thought alone gives chills to coin enthusiasts who dream of finding hidden treasures. The collector market thrives on rarity and stories, and the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar provides both. Over the years, prices skyrocketed, especially for those preserved in near-perfect condition. Today, it's not surprising to hear about collectors willing to pay up to $1.5 million for one of these coins. Why such a high value? Because only a few exist in such pristine state, and demand among wealthy collectors has outpaced availability. When something is rare and carries historical significance, its price can only go one way, up. Think about how remarkable this is. A coin once worth just 25 cents now valued in the millions. This transformation from pocket change to fortune tells us something profound about history, perception, and human desire. It reminds us that sometimes, the things we overlook in everyday life can turn out to be extraordinary treasures in the future. For those who dream of building collections, the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar serves as a beacon. It teaches patience, passion, and the art of recognizing value where others see none. Coin collecting isn't just about amassing objects, it's about connecting with history, preserving culture, and sometimes, uncovering hidden wealth. The story of this coin embodies all those lessons in one small piece of metal. Now, as you listen to this, perhaps you're imagining what it would feel like to own such a treasure. To open a small velvet case, look inside, and see the gleam of a 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar staring back at you. That feeling, that connection to history, is what drives collectors to spend fortunes. It is not just ownership, it's stewardship of a legacy. And here comes the big revelation, the climax of our story. The United Kingdom Liberty Quarter Dollar from 1974, a coin that began as a simple piece of currency, has achieved a collector's value of up to $1.5 million. Yes, $1.5 million for something once worth 25 cents. This jaw-dropping figure is not just about the metal, it's about everything the coin represents: history, liberty, rarity, and the timeless allure of treasure. So, the next time you come across an old coin, remember this story. What may seem like a small piece of change could hold a history worth telling and a value worth dreaming about. The 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar proves that hidden among ordinary things, extraordinary treasures await those who believe in stories, in history, and in the endless pursuit of discovery.